Hi, my name is Abraham Lee. I am a professor of international business in the Business and Economics Department at Handong Global University. I've worked here for the last 10 years, coming out of the high-tech sector in the United States. Currently, I'm also the director of the Office of International Affairs. We work with helping bridge best practices from the developed countries to the needs of the developing world. So you asked the question about how business and leadership styles in particular differ from the United States or Western countries and Asia here, especially Korea and Japan and maybe China. Here we have more of a directive, autocratic leadership style. So because of the Confucian background that these cultures are rooted in, organizations are very hierarchical, and the leader pretty much has autocratic control or complete control over how work is done, and there is very little delegation where people are unsupervised. In the West, you'll have a lot of delegation, and people are left to their own to achieve the goals laid out for them. And if they are unable to do that, they'll usually be linked up with mentors. Here in Asia, the leader very specifically shows how something is done, and then leaves that person to figure it out for themselves most of the time. And so you have a lot of inefficiency in the workplace where a person may not know how to do it and will be afraid to maybe perhaps ask supervisors or those around them. So they'll try to ask maybe their personal circle of friends or associations that will be helping them in their line of work. And so this causes a lot of inefficiencies to arise, and productivity is foiled by this losing face phenomenon that we have a lot of in Asia. In the West, people are more forthright and honest about whether or not they can or cannot do certain tasks, and they'll go to people to learn, and people in higher positions would be very forthright about assisting them. Here, to show weakness, in Asia, to show weakness or lack of competence is shameful, and so you create an environment where people may not be very honest with what they can and can't do, and that causes obviously inefficiencies. You asked what are some advice on cross-cultural teams. There's been evidence to show that cross-cultural teams can offer far greater innovative and creative solutions to problems than homogeneous teams. And so this is good, but however, the drawback is that cross-cultural teams will often take longer time to form and develop and congeal. And so those that are homogeneous will work right away but come out with fewer innovative solutions, but very quickly, whereas diverse teams, because of their diversity, will come out with great ideas, unthought of ideas, creative ideas, but however, it takes a long time for them to get to know one another and to develop those bonds of trust so that they feel comfortable about sharing and be able to even speak out and share ideas that may to other people sound ludicrous. So it's an issue about safety and how that person feels sense of security in that group.